Hey everyone, welcome to Heavy Metal Custom Automotive. Today we're starting in on a new project. Well, new for videos, but not new to me. This is my boy's Casey. This is a 92 Mustang. It was a factory 2.3 4-cylinder, 5-speed. He's done blown up 2 motors in this thing. So, he has decided to make it a big project car. What we are doing is pretty much taking everything out of a 98 GT and installing it in this car. Let me show you where we're at this moment. All right, we've got the K-member out from under the 98. We have it installed. I mean, it basically just went right in there. He's got the car stripped. A couple miscellaneous in there, but it's pretty much stripped. And as you can see, we got a lot of work to do with this thing. We do have a door. We have the fenders, no issue there. I've got another hood for it. I got to go over to the old shop. I'm supposed to have a brand new quarter sitting over there, and hopefully I do, because that would be a lot of body work to straighten that thing out. We'll definitely put a quarter in it. The rest of the little old car is straight. You got really no body issues in it. There's a little ripple up here on this door. Right in there. I don't know how that got there, but we can work that out. No issue. All the glass is good in it. So what we're going to work on today, what he asked me to do, is get the steering done. Alright guys, so what we're going to do, for simplicity reasons, is we're going to use our factory 92 steering column. Like I say, we can change out the steering wheel and electronics and whatnot from the 98 stuff. That's no problem, but it'll fit right up in there. And by doing that, we won't have to modify the firewall. As you can see right here, this is part of the column out of the 98. And it has a bush in here that the firewall actually captured via these pieces. Now that is a lot of work and a lot of fabrication, which I don't mind, but if I can find a way to make it easier and faster and less expensive to do, then that's what we're going to do. So what we're going to do is just take this end here and use it on our 92 end, because the 92, as you can see how that's shaped, and the 98, totally different ball game down in there. Yeah, quite different. Alright, so let's just grind these rivets off here and get this piece off and get it bolted on here and see how close we are. Alright, we got that done. Our old steering shaft piece here, and we got our new style end on it. I think this will work out fine. The biggest problem I'm having with this project, this thing was taken apart so long ago, I cannot find nuts and bolts fit nothing. So some things like the bolt that goes through here I can't find. So I'm just going to use this one for now. This way we can at least get it mocked up and we'll be able to steer it using the steering wheel. Alright, now I can't find the key nowhere, so the steering wheel's locked. So what we're going to do is just take the cylinder out, key cylinder out. You got a bolt here that's a 1/2 inch, then Torx bit here, and Torx bit there, and that key assembly should come off there. Well, so I had to end up taking the whole steering column apart, because that conglomeration is not basically unbolt. It slides off of here. Well, that was a mess. That's okay. Like I said, we're going to put all the SN98 stuff on it anyway. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this column in there and get our steering wheel back on. And that way at least we can steer it. And there we have it. Then that is basically all we intended to do, is get this steering column set up to work with that rack and pinion and the 98 front end. And it does just fine. Steers good. Not a whole lot of slop or play in it. Matter of fact, it's actually pretty straight. Can't beat that. Of course, we should leave the airbag out because we're changing steering wheel and all anyway. Everything fit together just like it was supposed to down in there. Yeah, no doubt. Alright. Since the steering went pretty quick, what we're going to work on next is the door. We'll remove this one and we're going to have to strip everything out of it because we have a good door here. But I mean, it's had pretty much 95% of everything gutted out of it. But that's alright, at least we'll get all the good parts in this one. The first thing to do is get in here and just take this door off, because this one doesn't even have hinges. So what we're going to have to do is grind these pins here out. If you can see where there we go. These pins right here, I don't have a set of aftermarket pins, but I can grind these out and reuse them, no problem. Then put these hinges on that door, and then get everything swapped over. So let's get busy with that and see what we can accomplish. Well, I finally got that door stripped. There's all of our parts, the windows on the other side. And let me tell you something. With that thing being so dented up and mashed in, that was a real pain getting all of that out of there. Alright, so now what we're going to do is take our grinder, just grind the heads off of these here. So we slide these pins out because we're going to just reuse them for now. So we can get a door set up there. And once we get our door up there, so now you can get a better look at this quarter. Yeah, I beat it out the best I could, but hey, it is what it is. But the main concern here is getting this post all back in alignment. And we need a good door in order to do that. So let me go ahead and grab the grinder and get them hinges off that door and get them on this door. And we'll get the good one hung and see how close we actually are. So we got our door on. And what I did, I lined it up. Got my gap here like it's supposed to be. I don't know if I show the camera correctly. Here on the top like it's supposed to be. Because I know down through here the door is off. I mean, the body's off. So when we take the door and shut it all the way, that's what we got. That much of a gap all the way down through there. So, now what we're going to do is take this pillar right here and move it all that away. Let me get a rig set up in here and I'll show you how we're going to do that. This is how we're going to get that pushed out there. My old quarter power was broken, so Casey got online from Jags and ordered this one. Hopefully it works well. Yeah, it came in a package all scattered out and scratched up, but I won't complain if it works fine. Well, let's just get this thing in the vehicle and get it set up, and I'll show you how she operates. You have your hydraulic pump. The hose comes out and hooks to your hydraulic ram. And yeah, I just set it up on a milk crate. I'm using a 4x4 for the spacer. Now, it does come with rods to use for spacers, but don't trust them things, they will bend on you. This 4x4 is a lot stouter. And basically what we do, we just take the handle and pump it, and as we do, you see that pushes it out. You can actually see the whole pillar moving. Alright, let's check it. Yeah, it's a lot closer than we were. See, we're flat up there and got about that much more down here. So we just watch and keep pushing. Alright, that there. Yeah, it does look like we still have a gap in there. That's all outside body. That is as far as we want to push that. Check our inside. Yeah, it looks good. So now what we're going to have to do is come in here. As we look down the side of the car, you notice that it swoops in there. We need to get us some pushing going on here and get some of this buckle out of it. Well, after several more pushes, we got it out there. The door lines up pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be exact. The rest of it's just some body work. But here's the next issue. If you're looking at it this way, just see how this is flat. It's not supposed to be. This back side should be kicked out a little bit. So what we're going to do is just try to get that kicked out, just using a pipe wrench and a little bit of arm juice. Let's see if we can accomplish that. I don't want to tear this lip up, so what I'm going to do is put 2 pieces of metal in there like that. Hold them. Make sure that this is as tight as it can go. Alright, now just pull. Not too bad. I'm going to keep at that and go ahead and get it out just a shade more, and then we'll move on. After rechecking that door several times, when I close it to get on the inside and look at it, you can actually see a slight gap here. And I don't know if the camera's going to show it good or not, but that is actually this rail right here. That's actually bent in some. Let me see if I can figure out a way to get the porta-power down there and get that pushed out where it needs to be. Well, we got her pushed out of there. Took the porta-power and that 4x4 and got some pressure on it. Done it a couple of different times. Seemed like we got it out there pretty well. I've already put the latch in the door, so check it out. That's out there, I mean, plenty good enough. Alright, let's move on with it. Now, since we have our pillar and the frame piece at the bottom pushed out to where it needs to be, start working on this quarter panel. And also, Casey decided he did not want the side windows in this. He wanted to put a piece of metal in there and then do side scoops, maybe something like 69 has or whatever, but and actually some working side scoops. So what I did off camera is I took a piece of stainless steel, and as you see, I cut it out, rolled the front edge, and y'all, this was all done by hand, and I don't mean on a machine. I mean, I cut it with a sawzall, took a grinder to get my round points, and as far as this roll goes, I used a hand bender and got that done. But I got it all welded in there. It's definitely not going nowhere. Got my welds ground down, and then we'll just be filling in with our body filler. But what I'm going to do from this step here, I'll go to the other side. Since it's perfect, doesn't have a bad spot in it, and I'll make some cardboard templates. And then I can bring them over here, and I'll use hammers and dollies to get all this out the best I can, and then use filler for the rest, and we'll get this quarter perfect. Alright guys, now we need to make a template off of this good side here. Just took a piece of cardboard and cut me a rough half moon in it. I'm going to take my Sharpie, get this up against there. Get it in there good. And I'll just take my, probably just my razor knife. You can use scissors, whatever you have, and just cut on that line there, and you have your perfect template. So now that we have our template cut, what we're going to do is go in here, and we're looking for spots that are just way too far out. We're not so much worried about the low spots as we are the quote high spots. That's not looking too bad. Go short distances. Right there's a high spot. Just holding it off a little bit. And you just go through here like so, taking your marker and hitting your highs and your lows. Now I'm just going to take a basic hammer and tap them in slightly. Let's do a recheck. I'd say I may have got us where we want to be. So we need just one little spot there, and I think we'll be good to go. Alright, one quick check. Yeah, that's there. Looks good. Not terrible. Not terrible. This whole piece right here looks terrible. And okay. And also, this template's going to serve as our guide when we put our body filler on. Now we've got it on the jack, and it is very stable. It's one of the nice rolling jacks. Got the wheel off. Now what we need to do is cut. I think what we'll do, we'll stick to this line right here as far as the cutting goes. We'll come here. Same here, we'll just come straight down the line right there. Get this outer cut, then we're going to have to go in there and cut our wheel well opening. We'll cut half of it out. Alright, well I'm going to get with that, then I'll show you what we got. As you see, we got our fender well cut out. We got a pretty decent cut on it for a sawzall. So what we're going to do now is go in here and extend that fender well out and reinforce it. And when I do, I'll be bringing the fender well out past this. And then we can get some welds along here to stouten all that back up. And there's what we have. Yeah, I know it looks hideous, don't it? Well, don't everybody freak out, because this is not the fender flare. This is the inner fender well. I just extended the old fender well is all I did. Now this right here, I left it out here really long on purpose. For one, it's just easier to fit in there. And I come back and cut it where I want it once I get the actual fender made here, well, rear quarter flare made here. And also we have the little body kit that goes under here. We've got to get all that molded in just right. But some of you wonder why I went ahead and done this. Well, this way I can go ahead and start my Bondo work on all of this quarter and get it back in shape, because I have this sticking out here. So when I make my lip that comes down, I can weld to this. That's a pretty thick stainless right there. And that's some good material. It'll weld fine. Then when my metal comes up here, of course I can bond it here with some fiberglass Bondo with some pop rivets hidden in there. But that's the main reason I done it this way, and I think it'll work out fine. Well guys, I'm going to let that wrap this one up before it gets just way too long. Everybody can come in here. And y'all stay tuned on the Mustang project, and we'll get another video out soon. Until then, if you would, throw me down some comments. Of course, hit that like, subscribe, and share. I'm really trying to get this channel off the ground and get monetized and just get a lot of subscribers. It was a lot of fun working on these cool vehicles. Guys, thanks again for watching, and until the next one, I hope that everyone has a fantastic day.